Afternoon, students. So, now let us move on to the next topic, that is mutations and genotoxicity. So, first of all, here the question arises is, what do you mean by mutation? So, as you all know, you might have studied in your genetics paper also. So, let me have a discussion with respect to this in toxicology with respect to toxicants. So, we will see first what do you mean by mutations. So, it is a broad term which is covering a whole range of changes which is going to happen to the information molecule, that is called as DNA, which is going to be packaged into a chromosomes of an organism. From the gene changes further to the modification of the number of chromosomes and even the structure of chromosome. So you can observe the modification, because of the modification, so which can be observed in the number of the chromosome and even in the structure of the chromosome. What is this DNA? So as you all know that it is made up of 4 nucleotides, especially the purines, which are adenine, guanine, and pyrimidines, thymine, and cytosine, right? So this is going to be packaged into a chromosome, right, which is going to be present in an organism. So this leads to the modification in the number of the structure and number of the chromosomes and even in the structure of the chromosomes. So what do you mean by point mutations? So this point mutation is nothing but changes in the sequence of the nucleotides, and it is also involved in the substitution of a individual bases. So you are going to observe with respect to the particular sequence of the nucleotide which is going to be altered, and even in the substituting the individual bases which is present in the, which you can come across in the DNA molecule, right? So the mutations which involves the loss or gain of a DNA, further it ranges from a single base pair change which is called as frame shift mutation, right? So if you are going to observe only a change in the single base pair modification, so that is called as frame shift mutation. So many that further single base pair change to a many bases, that may be referred as deletions or even duplications, or to a whole chromosomal changes you can also observe, which is referred as aneuploidy, right? So all these types of changes which are going to be produced spontaneously during the life cycle of the living organisms, and you can also observe this particular thing which can be produced by exposure of some chemicals which can interact with the DNA molecule, that may be by interacting with the DNA molecule that leads to the adduct formation, and to ionizing radiations maybe, and to a non-ionizing radiations such as ultraviolet, and even such chemical may be either physical agents or even maybe chemical agents which can also be classified as mutagens or even genotoxins, right, or even carcinogens. So this particular mutation or the changes which is going to happen in the life cycle of the living organisms, not all the DNA in a cell it is going to carry the coded informations for the protein synthesis. Some of it will also carry non-coding regions or the non-coding informations, which is very important for the chromosome structure. The effect of this mutation mainly depends upon the position of the mutation within the DNA, and even the location and the activity of that particular gene which is responsible to induce the mutation, right? Particular gene where the mutation has been taken place or it is going to be induced, right? So this chemicals, all the chemicals which are going to produce DNA damage, further leading to the mutation or even cancer, which are referred as genotoxic substances or the genotoxic chemicals. So the mutations in the somatic cells which are not only involved in the carcinogenesis process, but also it is going to play a very important role in the pathogenesis of other chronic degenerative diseases, which includes atherosclerosis and even heart diseases. which are further leading to the cause of the death in the human population. So, basically, one can distinguish these three classes of genetic alterations in the among chromosomal aberrations. It is nothing but which are the structural alterations of the chromosome which is going to be observed. Second is the gene mutations, which are the changes in the genetic code, and genome mutations. It is going to happen mainly, it involves the changes in the chromosome numbers. So these are the alterations, genetic alterations, which we can classify, right? So next, coming to the topic genotoxicity, what it describes. Genotoxicity refers to the property of a chemical agents that is going to damage the genetic information within a cell, further causing mutation and also leads to the cancer, right? So the alterations which can have direct or indirect effects on the DNA molecule, the induction of these mutations and the direct DNA damage further leading to the mutations, right? So the induction of this particular alterations and even the direct DNA damage leading to the mutations. So the permanent heritable changes which can affect either somatic cells of the organism or even the germ cells to be passed on to the further future generations. So these cells can prevent expression of the genotypic mutations either by DNA repair or by apoptosis. So this damage may not always be fixed. It is also further leading to the mutagenesis process, right? So this mutation is going to occur in a germ cell which will cause the effect in the the particular effect which is nothing, which is going to be heritable. So there is no effect on the exposed person, rather you can observe this effect is going to be passed on to the future generations. So if the mutation is going to occur in a somatic cell, it can cause altered cell growth, that is nothing but further leading to the cancer or even the cell death, that is example teratogenesis, which is going to happen in the exposed person, right? So coming for the mechanism, how this is going to happen. So these genotoxic substances which induces damage to the genetic material in the cells, mainly it is going to happen through the interactions with the DNA sequence and even the structure. So for example, if you come across the transition metal ion, that is chromium, which is going to interact with the DNA in its high valent oxidation state, so to incur the DNA lesions. So it is going to incur the DNA lesions leading to the further carcinogenesis. So this metastable oxidation state, that is chromium, is going to be achieved through reductive activation process. So the researchers, they have performed some experiment to study the interactions between the DNA with the carcinogenic chromium, mainly by using the chromium selen complex at the specific oxidation state. So this interaction was very specific to the guanine nucleotide in the genetic sequence. In order to narrow this interaction between the chromium selen complex with the guanine base, the researchers have modified these bases. So they have modified the bases into, that is 8-oxo GSO to 8-oxo G, so to have the site specific oxidation. In order to have the site specific oxidation, they have modified this bases into 8-oxo G. So their action between these two molecules caused the DNA lesions. So the two lesions which are going to be observed at the modified base site were guanidine identoin and the spiroimino-diidentoin. So you are going to observe at that particular modified base site these lesions as guanidino-identoin and the spiroimino-diidentoin. So in order to further analyze the site of the lesion, so they observed that polymerase also stopped at that particular site, polymerase action, and the adenine was inappropriately incorporated into the DNA sequence. So that particular adenine molecule was inappropriately incorporated into this DNA sequence, which is opposite to the 8-oxo G base. Understanding? So these lesions, therefore, they predominantly contain GT transversion sequence. They contain GT transversions. High valent chromium, which is going to be seen in order to act as a carcinogen, as the researchers found that this mechanism of damage and base oxidation products for the interactions between the high valent chromium and the DNA relevant to in vivo formation of the DNA damage, further leading to the cancer in the chromate exposed human populations. So they observed that further leading to the cancer in the chromate exposed human populations. So when one purine nucleotide is going to be replaced by another purine, or the pyrimidine is going to be replaced by another pyrimidine, it is called as transition mutation, as you all know. So when a purine is going to be replaced by pyrimidine or the vice versa, then this kind of mutation is called as transversion, what we have observed just now in case of this 8-oxo G base altered, right? So there we have observed the transversion kind of alterations which we have noticed. Transversion kind of mutation has happened in the case of this high valent chromium carcinogen, right? So these experiment found that further this DNA damage leading to the cancer in the chromate exposed human population or the human condition. So another example of this genotoxic substances we can also take causing DNA damage are the pyrrolizidine alkalides, PS. It's called as pyrrolizidine alkalides. So these substances are going to be found mainly in the plant species and are poisonous to the animals even. So including humans. About half of them are going to be identified as a genotoxic and as many as tumorigenic. So they have found it as genotoxic also and even tumorigenic also. So what is going to happen? So the researchers, they contributed from the testing that particularly when metabolically activated this pyrrolizidine alkaloids produce DNA adducts, further leading to the DNA cross-linking, DNA breaks, and even sister chromatid exchange can happen, micronuclei induction and chromosomal aberrations can happen, gene mutations and even chromosomal mutations that they have observed in vivo and in vitro. So they have concluded that further testing with this metabolically activated pyrrolizidine alkalides, these are going to have the adducts with the DNA. So in vivo and the in vitro they have tested. So the pyrrolizidine alkalides are going to be mutagenic in vivo and in vitro and further responsible for the carcinogenesis, which is going to be observed very prominently in the liver. So next we will discuss with respect to this genotoxicity tests, how they are going to perform these tests, Ames test and further concepts. Thank you.